Welcome back, Tamers. This is Wolfdesk logging back on. We are doing another deck profile with a deck I just won at my local's first ever webcam tournament. It was the first one that we did, and we just practically did it just to have those who aren't able to make the drive to our locals be able to participate. And we also had some new folk that were based out in California and a few states over, which was pretty dope. Anyways, getting around on the video. If you want to see any more deck profiles, please leave a like and a comment saying what deck profile you want. I have a vast variety of decks if you follow me on Reddit. I have a lot of decks, and I'm trying to be doing a lot more deck profiles here soon. So anyways, let's get into it. This deck is broken. So we start off with the Uko package. We're running 4 Ukomons. We're running 4 of the Flamon from BT12. And we're running 4 of the best Flamon in the deck, BT7 Flamon. And we're running 2 of the BT4 Flamon. This Ukomon makes the deck like super fast. It's ridiculous. Ukomon, when one of your Digimon moves from the breeding area to the battle area, you may hatch in the breeding area, then gain a memory. Already out of the gate, and of course can Digivolve on any color. Already out of the gate, amazing. I absolutely love this card. Then Flamon, on play, by trashing 1 Digimon card with a hybrid, you draw 2. I constantly use this card. I usually put this Flamon in my raising, and then Digivolve on top of BT12 Agumon. So I can get the On the Leash and play Takuya for my hand for free, and also play a Flamon for free, and I usually play this one out. But if I'm needing some more searching, I play this or this one. I play this one off of the Agumon On the Leash simply because reveal top 3 and you add 1 hybrid and a red tamer. It's pretty good for the deck. This Flamon goes crazy. Absolutely nutty, this card. And then this card. You really don't want to play this card, but you are happy when it comes up because you'll be able to grab both an Agumon, a Burning Gray, and a Takuya. So this card's pretty good, but you want to see the others. You especially want to see the Ukomons. Alright. And then we're running 3 of, honestly, probably one of the best Burning Grays. I think he's better than the other Burning Gray. We do 4 Agumons because On the Leash and play Flamon, why not? And then a Heritable On the Leash and play Takuya can borrow from your hand without paying the cost, because why not? And it Digivolves 1 on top of your Burning Grays, which is really good. This Burning Gray just Digivolves for 1 on any level 4 and 2 on any tamer. So you can honestly just stack these on top of each other, which is kind of funny. And I have done that before to clear boards. Then we do 4 Burning Greymons. When Digivolving plus 2000 for the turn. This has come up quite a good bit. You love Digivolve on top of your memory setter Takuya, because that would just hit you right at 10k with the inheritables, getting you 2 memory off of the removal of security. Pretty good. We have to play 12 level 4s because our tamers aren't technically counted as level 3s, which is pretty baller. And then we run as our only level 5s for Aldemon. Originally, I was running the Garudamon Ace to play out tamers for free on my opponent's turn. I just never saw it cut down to only 4 Aldemon, and my rookie searches just find them just fine, or I draw into them. But it's pretty dope. I'm very glad I went back down to 4, and plus the inheritable of nothing in security option wise gets activated. Also really good. Now why my list differs from everybody else's. I run 3 of the BT12 Emperor Gray and 1 Blitz Greymon, Emperor Greymon. This one is honestly, when Digivolving, if you have the right inheritable setup, which you usually most of the time will, you'll pop anything on board. It's so good. And then this one, whenever BT16 comes around, and we start seeing a lot more blocker decks like Magnamon X Antibody, I will probably be bumping this up to 2 and 2, specifically because when Digivolving you blitz, and then your turn, when this Digimon's blocked, unsuspend it and gain 1 memory for each evolution card. This Digimon has a hybrid in its traits. Pretty good. Pretty good. I think this is going to come up quite a good bit because the way that Blitz works is you're going to Blitz into it if it has Magnemon out and your Digimon is on top of your Takato. That's going to be big because you're going to be gaining 5 memory off of it, so you'd be plussing 1 memory, which is pretty good. And then if you also did Atomic Inferno, you'll be getting plus 3 memory off of it, so you'd be gaining 8 memory off of them blocking once. Pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, pretty good. So yeah, that's why I do that, and then I finish off the Digimon with 1 Omnimon, because if they do block, it goes back over your turn, you're at 1. You can just Blitz Omni because it'll unsuspend and blitz again. This Omnimon has saved me just from being in security and won me one of my my matches in the tournament, the webcam tournament. I'll talk about that in a minute. Going into option cards, I went back and forth on this ratio, but I think this is the golden ratio now. I run 3 Atomic Infernos. It was originally at 4, but I wanted to add 1 more Crimson Blaze. This card just was in my hand every single game, and it honestly won me the game against Jespawn in the grand finals of my tournament. And then we run 2 Gravity Crush. Wish we could put 4, but deck spaces are tight. That 2 is all that's gonna happen, but you'll definitely see it. And then we run 4 Takuya from BT12 because we like checking security and getting 2 memory. It's pretty dope. And then we run 4 of the Warp Takuya because this thing is absolutely cracked. Takuya Kambara BT7. This card is amazing. It's just so great. You love to see them. Nothing hits the wrinkles in my brain more than grabbing my trash, putting 5 hybrids, and then putting this on top and going to Emperor for 3, and having this guy out and just going to 0. It just makes you feel good. It makes you feel good and stuff. And this card is also great because if you Digivolve into a Burning Ray on this, and you swing at security, you basically Digivolve for nothing. So good. I love it so much. But that's the deck. Now we could talk about how I did in this tournament, how I got first place. First match was against the new Terriermon deck, and I just outpaced him so fast that but in both games, he did not even check my security once because I also kept going into Burning Greymon and just nuking his Terriers and his Terriermons and his Lopmons. He just couldn't do anything, which is understandable. This deck is way too fast for that deck because it takes some time to set up. And I knew if I swung while he had a Rapidmon out, because he did go in Rapidmon, I knew that something bad would happen. So that's why I that's why I just made sure to kill them before they got in the Rapids, because that would be an issue. So that was game 1. That was first match. Second match was really scary, but I always like the archetype. Red Hybrid. My Red Hybrid went up against Beelzemon. Now, this Beelzemon player was very, very, very experienced in the matchup. The only reason why I won, if I'm going to be 100%, is because of Mr. Omnimon. Mr. Omnimon saved me in security, and he saved me on the last turn of game 2. I had an Emperor Greymon out. He had no security, he had no blockers, but I had no security either. I was at 0. I'm like, ugh. So, and after I checked security, oh yeah, by the way, I forgot about eggs. Koromon egg. Koromon egg. When a card is removed from your opponent's security stack, draw 1. After I swung at security, I drew a card, and I just so happened to top deck this Omnimon. Went into it and swung for game. He is honestly the only reason why I won, and I absolutely love him, and he makes me so happy. I'm so glad I put him in the deck, because originally I wasn't running him, because if I didn't kill my opponent with Emperor Grey, then why am I even playing it? But we got there, and Ukomon just accelerates the deck even more than it needs to be. Game 3 was against Jessamon. Now, Jessamon, if they have their board stayed up with all their sisters, I was going to lose. Luckily, the cards that won me that matchup was the Crimson Blazes, because they had like four bodies in total, 3 sisters, and of course their main dude. And I just played it for 2 memory and kept turn, and then just went into Emperor Greymon to blow it up. And if I needed more help whenever they were starting back up next turn, I would just Digivolve with this Burning Gray BT7 and just pop their sisters. But luckily, they didn't have any of the Evade sisters out, and I just out-aggroed them, and I played smart, and I just blew up their big stack, and they just couldn't do anything about it. But overall, it was a great tournament. My biggest worry was Fenrir-Lugumon, because by all means, Crimson Blaze can hit Fenrir-Lugumon, but I don't like praying that my security is set up with option cards, with bombs. I don't like that feeling. I like being able to depend on what's in my hand to make sure to kill something. So I basically upped this to 3 Crimson, because it was originally at 2, just for that matchup. I'd never faced it, thank goodness, because now they have so many inheritables that say, oh, if they had this amount of memory, you gain some, just to choke me to 1. I really don't like that. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Again, let me know. I think I'll be doing a Numemon deck profile, and I am working on a Pulsemon deck profile. I already got the deck built, but I am simply trying to make sure that I at least get a 60% or higher win rate with it before I post it, because I want to make sure that y'all don't waste your money by buying decks that just don't win a lot. Either way though, thank you so much guys for coming out. I really enjoyed this deck profile, and I'll see you in the next one. Wolfisk logging out.